and Nanny's drunk. We need to get going.
Started off with 25 GP. I was fishing shrimps and cutting regular trees.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the We Skill Now YouTube channel. We've got Hanani here, being an idiot. Or, sorry, I phrased that poorly. Today, I wanted to calm it down, despite what's going on the screen. I want to talk to you about where are we spawning in Leagues 3. We have a little bit of information. I gotta emphasize that, just a little bit. Here's what we know from the Summer Summit.
We want each league to feel unique and special so that you can create new and exciting memories together.
We're also planning to switch up the start location with Leagues 3. In Twisted League, we started you off in Corrend. In Trailblazer, Lumbridge. We'd like to do the same in this league.
You know, we started Twisted League in Zaya, and that was unique. We started Trailblazer in Lumbridge, and that was different than the first one, and we want to keep that pattern going. So we can already eliminate that we're going to be starting in the Castle Corrend, not necessarily Zaya. We might start somewhere in Zaya, but I wouldn't expect it. And we're not going to start in Lumbridge. So where are we going to start? Don't type my words! So far, what we've been thinking of is which skills are we starting with? We've kind of come down to the point that thieving seems likely, agility is a maybe, attack's a maybe, magic's a maybe. Everything else seems a lot lower chance than those four. But I think that adding this element to the conversation is really interesting because if we look at the content that's around potential starting areas, we'd be able to we may be able to possibly think about what skills are involved there. So let's look at the mini-map and think about some areas. First of all, we are standing in Canifis. This seems like very low likelihood for me. It's not beginner level friendly. I think that they would save this starting location to when we get an actual Mauritania Swampletics inspired league. It's not going to be this one. Going to Lumbridge right now. All right, let's consider, where do you think that they would start you off? Possibly in the castle? Like, you know, right here, honestly. This is a nice little gathering area. This kind of reminds me of an area that was right next to the Twisted League spawn. Then, if you look at the shape of the outer wall of the castle, and then along with Lumbridge Castle, they're very, very similar. And so I think that this would be a kind of a cool starting spot. But what does this mean? For me, I think that like it gives you a lot of low-level content that's around you. But what's my problem with starting in Varrock? It's literally down the road from Lumbridge. So like, what would be the point of starting here? I don't see the point, you know? Ultimately, you're going to be able to say that for a lot of things, so we're going to have to get far away. Like, I would have the same problem with Falador, but Falador has even, like, less dense content surrounding it, so I'm not even going to talk about Falador. Is this your clan logo? Can you calm down about... Alright, that's pretty much all I have to say about Varrock, which I accidentally said Lumbridge earlier, apparently, so... Let's move on to another option. We are gonna go to Falador next. Oh wait, the mouse over. Look at how glitchy the mouse over RuneLite plugin is in Prif. Check out this starting location. Prif? Now I'm not saying that this little bridge here would be smart, but look at this. Kind of cute. Honestly, seeing the water through this bridge is filling me with life. I kind of love this spot. What would spawning in Prif be like? Pretty sick. Pretty cool, but as it's been pointed out in the past, it's not exactly content that's built for low-level players. And then the other problem with it is it's not like they're gonna auto-unlock Song of the Elves for us and also the entire questline before it. So let's not spend too much time here either. Let's go to another spot. We Skill Now here, reporting live from the streets of Darkmire. This is going to be a horrible starting location. There's no way that this is going to happen. Let's get out of here. Ardugny, Ardown, Ardoon, Ardowny? It doesn't matter what you call it. This bustling city of life seems like an incredible candidate for the starting location. At least that's what you guys think. A couple of days ago, I put out this poll. Leagues 3 spawn will not be in Great Corrend Castle nor Lumbridge. Where is it going to be? And the majority of you said Arty, 43%. Followed closely by your mom's house. Did I spell Shiloh wrong? I guess I meant Shiloh the dog. Dang it. Even though Arty didn't have the best competition in that list, look at Arty. I think one of the reasons that people are really fixated on Arty as a starting location is it meets a lot of criteria that you think are required. One, there's a castle in town, and I wish I could see it back there, but it's through the fog over there. Two, it seems like a really amazing thieving hub, and it seems like everyone's really fixated on thieving being an auto unlock. So if we spawn and we run southwest upstairs, there we go. Okay, so second floor of pretty much the general store. We've got a man. That's gonna be the man that I'm pickpocketing if we're starting in Lumbridge. Since we don't have areas locked off, that's not the gimmick of this league, you'll also be able to walk wherever you want. You can use Sea Slug early, Slug Menace. We're just a walk away from Sears. We're pretty dang close to the Gnome Stronghold, so you can get over there and do some agility right away. Oh yeah. So starting on the easy Arty tasks would be great. So to get easy done, we do need to do rune mysteries, which would require going all the way to Lumbridge immediately. Steal some silk as fast as you can. Use the altar. That's easy. Wait a minute. If you have prayer locked, can you get your prayer level, your prayer bonus down to 0? Probably. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, you totally could. So that's no problem. Because we know now that a locked skill just means that you can't gain experience in this skill. You can still do the things. So maybe one of the first things that you do when you start in Lumbridge is go to your prayer tab, turn on thick skin immediately, and drain your prayer down, and then run over to the altar, pray, and then go upstairs and start thieving. Ooh, I'm gonna be able to check the pets right away because I got like 2 in leagues. Already levered to teleport to wilderness, okay. Oh, I bet there's gonna be a ton of people like popping up in the wilderness at that exact spot. It might be a fun time for you if you like focus in, get some like a couple of magic levels, and then just start killing noobs that are trying to do their Arty easy. I just theory crafted to make this league a lot more annoying. So you're welcome, PKers. I bet that would be a fun time, honestly. I might want to do that. So yeah, Arty seems poppin', of course. This is a lot of people's go-to choice. This is a lot of people are convinced that we're definitely starting here. But let's just say that spawn's not going to be right there. In Trailblazer, I recall the spawn being like over here on the east. What if they made the spawn, like, again, in the castle walls? Wherever, this spot seems a little crowded, honestly. What a crappy castle. Keep in mind that wherever we spawn, there's going to be a mysterious new NPC named the Sage. Now, that doesn't mean that they need to shape the environment to the Sage, but I think that there needs to be, like, some natural room for them to stand around. I think it'd be weird for the Sage to just constantly be standing in Arty Square. Maybe the Sage will teleport around, honestly, because it sounds like there's going to be a bit more narrative to this one. Maybe you need to go back to the Sage somewhat often to talk to her and to learn more story. All right, let's go to a new area. Okay, we're going to go to Trollheim next. Only the bravest barbarians are allowed in this place. Welcome to Relica. I don't know of all that much low-level content that's around here. We got rock crabs immediately, right off the bat. We've got an agility course that is much too high level. We've got a quest, which you need to do in order to unlock most of the content here. Look at all these Vorkath killers. Just a constant train of people killing Vorkath. Wow. But like most of this content feels locked off until after you do the quest or something. You know, clay rocks, and then just a couple of empty houses, cows and chickens. Maybe you can fish one of these. There's anchovies. I'm pretty uninterested in Relica. I feel like the meta would be to immediately walk south, avoid getting killed by any wolves, go all the way down, and then end up in Sears. Sears we haven't talked about, and we won't talk about it. It's also a little bit boring, not much content. Go pick your flax for no experience. All right, let's get out of Relica. Let's leave. Let's go to Barbarian Village. All right, welcome to the Isle of Souls. It's a pretty decent chunk-sized landmass. And, you know, the biggest bonus of making this the spawn location would be none other than we're immediately going to go in and play a whole bunch of games. We're going to play a whole bunch of Soul Wars with a bunch of level 3s. It'd be great. It'd be wonderful. You can't do Soul Wars until level 40? Okay. Well then, it'll give everyone a spawn location, a home teleport maybe, back to Soul Wars, so everyone can go out, go to the sand crabs, go get level 40 combat, and then we can all party and play Soul Wars a whole bunch. It'll be great. As we look around the area, you know, there's a couple things here and there. I'm curious. We do have beginner mining materials, clay, tin, and copper. Pretty cool. Wow, that's a lot of iron, honestly. And then we got, you know, beginner level hunter, which is cool. Obviously, there are trees around. Ooh, an anvil, like right there. Is there a furnace anywhere? A furnace? Kind of doubt it. Isle of Souls dungeon. I literally have never been down there. I think I will go there. But I know that there's sand crabs around here. Isle of Souls would be really funny because, like, I think maybe a lot of people would run out immediately and then get killed by these moss giants. What dragon was that? An iron dragon? I'm gonna die in here. Greater demons? What? All right, but not applicable to low levels, and that's okay. So yeah, anything else? You know, hunter stuff here and there. Copper tails even is actually very interesting. There's fishing stuff too. Okay, so there's a little bit of low-level stuff around here. Cool, and it would take you out to Edgeville, close enough to all kinds of other stuff too. Isle of Souls, it's new content. It's good looking. That might be an incentive for them to spawn you here. I think that maybe Soul Wars might be a decent, like, aesthetic for the sage to hang out. Because interestingly enough, you know, fishing's another one of those skills. It's not bottlenecked. Everyone can fish at the same spot. Moving on to another highly requested location. Welcome to Burthorpe, the city of every maxed player's max party spot. I messed up the line again. We're gonna leave it in the video this time. I was right here at Shapurka's maxing party. So, speaking in terms of Leagues 3, what advantages would Burthorpe give you? They would give you a low-level Slayer Master. They would give you access to the Herbler quest right away. Honestly, those are kind of compelling. It would give you a home teleport to go back to Burthorpe, and then you'd be like right next to the Warriors Guild right away. I don't know how important the Warriors Guild is though. You're close enough that you might walk over White Wolf Mountain, end up in Catherby, and then you're in the western hemisphere, the western side of the map. And then you could also go right, and you're pretty close to Misthalin again and Asgardia. So yeah, Burthorpe's a pretty decent, like, mid-ground location that gets you pretty close, walking distance from Arty, walking distance from Varrock, but kind of annoyingly far for both. Do we think they will change the home teleport location? Yeah, I think that they will. Imagine they set up a custom spawn location and then let everyone just home teleport to Lumbridge right away. What would the point of all of this be? All right, we're off to one of the places that I think is an extraordinarily strong candidate, strong chance to make this happen. Welcome to the Gnome Stronghold. Gnome Stronghold is so cool. I think that it would be, I think it's just like so starkly themed, just full of gnomes and everything, that I think it'd be like, have strong potential to just like be a spawn location. It just has so much character. One other reason is that it's the home of one of the very famous level 1 agility courses. Imagine this place just being stampeded with people. You know what I mean? I think that there's a strong possibility of that happening. And I think that because we'll start close to here, or we'll definitely have access to here right away, this time around, they don't need to start us off with level 10 agility. Why in my memory do I remember them starting us off with 15? Maybe that was Twisted League, actually. But they won't have to boost our agility right away. But then in terms of low-level content, that's a little bit more worrying. You can technically train your range skill at the Gnome Ball field, but that would be horribly tedious. That would be horrible. And you got the Grand Tree that's like got some stuff, but not much low-level content. The saving grace of the Gnome Stronghold is that you can leave and end up in Arty very quickly. I think that's like the only saving grace it has. Yeah, day 1 Gnome Ball Mass, wouldn't that be fun? Alright, I mentioned Pharaohs Enclave in one of my videos. People reacted to that one a little bit. Imagine this though. Just imagine. They start an entire crowd out here, and then immediately it's a slaughter fest to get out. Wouldn't that be fun? Everyone's just like running south to get out. And then there would be constant activity for PKers, I think. Because if our home teleport was here, you know what I mean? And then people had to like run away. I think that PKers would be kept busy. Meanwhile, they're not gaining points or anything, but it'd be kind of funny. I've never been here. You could just go to Edgeville like this. All right, if they made Pharaohs Enclave the starting location, it would actually give like just tons of accessibility and teleports right off the bat. Meaning that this just became more of a serious candidate in my mind. Imagine how rewarding it would be to be an experienced player, understanding that you now have a spawn, a home teleport, that can get you immediately to the wilderness, yeah, but also Edgeville, and close to Arty. It'd be wild. And there's the restore pools. Any other good like potential starting spots? There's Fossil Island, but I feel like Fossil Island was way too Trailblazer-y for them to do it again. I haven't looked at any desert. I'm not really interested. Then again, Raids 3 is coming. I feel like they wouldn't do that until Raids 3 was actually out. There's Karumja. Karumja could be fun, but there's not very much content. Zaya, yeah, Zaya's totally possible. Boys, I figured I'd end it in a spawn location that is definitely not going to be the answer. Lumbridge. So, thank you for watching. I hope that some of the thoughts that I had today while looking at the map, walking around, maybe sparked some thoughts in your mind. And if they did, drop a comment below. If they didn't, answer me this. Where do you want the starting location to be? I'd be really cool with Arty. I'd be really okay with Gnome Stronghold. I think that those are both really reasonable. I kind of fell in love with the Pharaohs Enclave option also, but I think that there's a strong argument to be made for quite a few of these, honestly. Anyway, that's it for the video for now. Join my Discord, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're talking about Leagues 3 all the time. One great place to get together with other people that are just dropping theory crafts all over the place is my Reddit. Go and join my subreddit, r/WeSkillNow. And watch me on Twitch! That's it for the video today, guys. We'll see you later. Yeah, so we decided on Yatizo.